Think old UK pennies are just pocket change? Think again. Some British pennies, especially early Victorian and Edwardian issues, are worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases even millions depending on date, condition, and errors. From worn copper survivors to pristine mint state treasures, UK pennies prove that small change can hide massive value. What if a simple copper penny from pre-war Britain could still turn heads nearly a century later today? We're diving into the story of the 1929 one penny UK coin, a classic British penny that carries history, craftsmanship, and collector value far beyond its face value. The year 1929 sits right between two major world events: the aftermath of World War I and the looming shadow of the Great Depression. Britain was rebuilding, industries were changing, and everyday coins like this penny were quietly passing through the hands of millions. That's what makes the 1929 penny so fascinating. It's a real survivor from a changing world. On the obverse, the coin features the portrait of King George V, one of the most respected monarchs in British history. Designed by Bertram Mackennal, the portrait shows the king facing left, wearing a crown, with refined detail that collectors still admire today. Around the edge, you'll find the Latin inscription naming George V as King of Great Britain, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India, a reminder of how vast the British Empire still was in 1929. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the iconic Britannia reverse, a design that had already been used for centuries. Britannia sits confidently with her trident and shield, symbolizing strength, stability, and national pride. The sea at her feet represents Britain's naval power, while the word one penny and the date 1929 complete the design. This timeless artwork is one of the reasons UK pennies remain so popular with collectors worldwide. The 1929 penny was struck in bronze, made from a mixture of copper, tin, and zinc. While millions were minted, most entered circulation and experienced heavy wear. As a result, finding examples with sharp details, smooth surfaces, and original color has become increasingly difficult over time. When it comes to value and worth, condition is everything. In heavily circulated condition, a 1929 penny is usually affordable and accessible for beginner collectors. However, coins in high-grade condition, especially those with minimal wear and strong detail on Britannia and King George V, can be worth significantly more. Uncirculated examples or coins with rich original luster are particularly desirable and can sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on demand and grading. Errors and varieties also play a major role. Off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual surface characteristics can greatly increase collector interest. While extremely rare examples bring the highest prices, even small anomalies can make a 1929 penny stand out in the marketplace. Collectors love the 1929 penny because it represents the classic British penny era before decimalization and before massive design changes. It's a key date for anyone building a George V penny collection and a favorite among history lovers who appreciate coins with real stories behind them. If you're wondering how to sell a 1929 UK penny, the best first step is identification and grading. Check for wear, damage, and any unusual features. Serious collectors often recommend professional grading services for high-quality coins, as certification can dramatically increase trust and value when selling through auctions, dealers, or online platforms. The 1929 one penny UK isn't just an old coin, it's a snapshot of British history, passed down through generations. Whether you're collecting, investing, or simply curious, this penny proves that even the smallest coin can carry a powerful legacy. What if a modern-looking coin from the 1980s could still hold hidden value today? In this video, we're taking a closer look at the 1982 new pence UK coin, a piece of British currency that may seem ordinary but carries history, design importance, and surprising collector interest. The 2 new pence coin was introduced in 1971 as part of the United Kingdom's historic shift to decimal currency. By 1980, Britain had fully adapted to the new system, but coins still carried the wording new pence instead of simply pence, making these issues especially interesting to collectors today. The 1982 new pence represents the final years before that wording change, which happened in 1982. On the obverse, the coin features Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The portrait shows a young Elizabeth wearing a laurel wreath, symbolizing stability and continuity. The inscription around the edge identifies her as Queen and Defender of the Faith. This portrait is widely recognized and is one of the most collected images in modern British coinage. Turning to the reverse, the design displays the Prince of Wales' feathers, a badge long associated with the heir to the British throne. Above the feathers is a coronet, while below sits the denomination 2 new pence. This elegant and symbolic design connects modern Britain to centuries of royal tradition, making the coin appealing beyond just its face value. The 1982 new pence was struck in bronze, a material that gives the coin its warm color and durability. Millions were minted for circulation, and most entered daily use. Because of this, heavily worn examples are common today. However, coins that have retained sharp details, smooth surfaces, and original color are far more desirable to collectors. When it comes to value and worth, most circulated 1982 new pence coins are modestly priced. But condition makes a big difference. Uncirculated examples, particularly those with strong luster, can command higher prices. Additionally, coins with minting errors such as off-center strikes, double impressions, or unusual planchet flaws can attract serious collector interest and sell for significantly more than face value. Collectors also look closely at edge condition and color. Coins with full original red tone are harder to find and often valued higher than dark or heavily oxidized pieces. Professional grading can further boost confidence and market value when selling or trading these coins. The 1982 new pence is popular because it represents a transitional era in British currency, modern enough to feel familiar, yet old enough to feel